We are Steve and Jill.
Together, we've been buying and reselling land since the 90s.
Our data-centric approach leaves our buyers asking, how can you sell it so cheap?
Here on the Land Academy Show,
We answer that and more. I'm Steve and Jack Butala.
And I'm Jill DeWit, and this is the Land Academy Show.
This is episode number 2122. And today, Jill and I are talking about how to handle land sellers who say, hey, I love your offer, but this is a very real world situation that Jill deals with on a daily basis. So I'm going to sit back and learn with you.
Oh, good.
All week this week, Jill and I are talking about helpful land acquisition rules we didn't realize that we lived. Each day on the show, we answer a question from our Land Academy member Discord forum, and we take a deep dive into land-related topics by popular request.
Yep. Okay, Yuri wrote, does anyone here have access to data tree lists? This would require you to have your own separate data tree membership, not the group version through Land Academy. I have no idea, Yuri. What kind of list would I be looking for?
I know what it is.
What is it?
It's a shortcut version of trying to get a list of there's all kinds of things that are in there.
Is it like our other data supplier back in the day?
Yes.
That was like an easy button.
Yes.
Where they picked the top 10 things they thought you needed when you downloaded the ownership data. And it wasn't necessarily the right 10 for what we needed. That was it. Oh, then I don't want that.
When you have a comprehensive data set like RealQuest or like Data Tree that we are licensed subscribers to, that we pass on to you as members. I didn't wake up one day and say, let's sign up for Data Tree and get everybody hooked up on it. This is decades of me using substandard products, trying to make lists work, doing all kinds of stuff. And failure, success. And that I'm being very polite about this. This is decades of using substandard products and still making this work.
Yes,
Data Tree is a raw database. It is only as good as you as the person who's choosing which data and how to manipulate it. Data Tree lists is something that some developer who went to college and is about, 22 years old, thinks that you want. So they create radio buttons and little if-then statements and cute little things that they think is going to make this easier for the user. And they don't know.
I'm always afraid of this, Yuri. And like, if I'm getting a list, what am I not getting? There's something somebody, not me, took out of this data set because they think this is what I want and what I need. And it's a little bit easier for me. Oh no, I want all 280 categories or whatever. I'm going to look at it and pick what I want. So and that's what you have to do, Yuri. That's interesting. This is how smart this group is. We want all the raw data. There's a lot of landing hand people, your engineers, your accountants, your smart tech people, a lot of this group, because you want to pick and choose and make it great. And we're probably getting mail out by not using lists. I know that we're getting mail out there that other people are not, who are using lists. They're all those easy buttons take stuff out.
Let's make this a visual because this is actually really, I don't want to gloss over it. Mm-hmm. Let's say you own a convenience store and you only want happy, shiny, wealthy people to walk in through your door who say hello to you. They don't talk to you too much. They say hello. They're very pleasant and they spend no less than $100.
Yeah.
That's silly. You're going to go out of business. Same thing if you own a pizza place. I only want happy customers who order this pizza because it's the cheapest for us to make.
Express.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I go to Jill and say, I'm going to hit all these easy buttons because some developers said, and I only want these people to call back that are real happy and they love the offer price and they just want to do the deal. You know what she's going to say? You're out of your mind.
You're missing
because I'm missing all these opportunities. All I need to do is talk with them for a minute and a half each. They're going to sell the property. They're going to be happy to do it, and we can put the deals together.
Mm-hmm. Back in the day, there was a huge focus on back tax property. And a lot of people were really focused on only mailing people that were behind on their taxes because they knew that would just be the quickest way. And I would often comment, which is very, very true, we don't discriminate. Whether you're current or behind on your taxes, we'll send offers if it meets our criteria. And what's funny is I would tell people this and they finally figured it out. And believe me, I'm like, you would not believe how many wonderful pieces of property we have bought from lovely people who have been paying their back taxes because they didn't know they didn't have to. So you missed out. I bought all those. Like, oh, yep. There's something like that going on. Thank you.
Well said, Jill. Today's topic, how to handle land sellers who say, I love your offer, but this is right in Jill's wheelhouse.
It's just getting to the bottom of it. I'll cut to the chase. What is the but? The but could be, I love your offer, but can you have $5,000 because this is how much I need to pay for this procedure. I love your offer, but I don't know what to do. I'm overwhelmed here. It's my dad just passed. Can you help me figure this out? Yeah, we can. This to me is just asking those open-ended questions. That's the time to do it. It's not shove them into a box. Because if you do, I love your offer, but there's this one condition. You got to figure out what the condition is, figure out with them how to solve it, and then help them and you get the deal done. Am I missing something?
Every time I see this, I feel compelled to.
You want to ask questions?
To quote Pee Wee Herman, he says, "Everybody I know has a big butt."
I have not heard this. Oh no!
Because you probably never watched.
I watched Pee Wee Herman
with the kids like I did.
Not to the extent that you have. No, there are people listening right now who are probably saying, "Who the heck is Pee Wee Herman?"
Mm-hmm. And okay. You are, whoever you are saying that, you are smart.
You're right.
You are a smarter person for not.
It's good. That we are not poo-pooing you at all. That's totally good. So,
all kidding aside, everybody has an issue, especially with buying and selling houses and mobile homes. It's not the price. Jill said this a million times. It's almost never the price. It's my house is disaster and I'm not going to sell it with a real estate agent because I'm embarrassed. So that's a buy.
Maybe that's their land. We're talking land. Yeah. So maybe it's like I have all this trash all over it, or my neighbors what they've done to the lot next door is terrible. So just get to the bottom of it.
Exactly. Address their specific need. The more they talk about it, the more they're going to trust you, develop trust, the more they're going to do a deal with you.
This is more common than not. It's very rare that a seller is signed, done, ready to go, exactly how you did it. And it does happen. And you're like, oh, what's funny is when those do come back, I always go, oh, what did I miss? Did I overprice this because they're a little too eager? No, don't, I want you to question it and make sure, but more often than not in that situation, you really just did hit them at the right time and you are solving a problem for them. So, which is great. But back to my point, most sellers kind of want to feel like they're going to get a little something out of it. Hey, I love all this, but are you really going to get me paid out that fast? Yeah. Let me just double check with Susie. My Susie at ABC Title can usually do these in 10 days. So I'll call you right back. I'll make sure. And if not, we'll figure out something else so you do.
It's just a huge number of people that just really hang their hat out of squeezing a few $1,000s more out of. I love when that happens because $2,000 to $5,000 on the typical deals that we do, it's fantastic. If it makes you feel better, seller, here's $5,000 more. Mm-hmm. I don't ever say that. And I've always wondered this. I'd like to really do some psychology-based research about what it is about negotiation and getting money off or getting a better deal, that it can't be always just about the money, because I'm not like that. I just want to get a deal done.
I know. It makes you feel really, really great when I do find out what the situation is and I am solving it. Like, I know, Jill, I'm so happy to get your offer for $19,000. I've done the math and I know that I can pay off my car payment and I can do this. If it's $23,000, is there any way you can do that? And if I can do that, how great is that? And then everybody walks away feeling great. You know what is an extra? I know what the deal is, how it's going to work out. And I know that I'm really solving their problem. They had no other way to get that money, especially that fast, and solve what they need right now today. It's going to, some of these people, these are very serious financial life rafts. We've thrown them, if you will. And they're like, thank you. If I had listed this with an agent, waited 6 months, I'd be in foreclosure and I'm dead.
This is it. Jill glossed over it really fast, but this is the common response to our mailer. Mm-hmm. The common response to our mailers is not sign it, send it. How do I get it closed? It is, I love this, but, and sometimes it's about price, sometimes it's not. What it does is it forces you to listen, participate, and develop a relationship with the seller. And I'll tell you that we live in a world where pushback and negative comments, just negative everything, is very common. That will never work. If you're going to answer the phone and meet sellers from where they're coming, embrace the situation, borderline becomes friends with them, establish some serious trust one way or the other, and get a deal done together. Animosity and pushback will never work in this environment. Yeah. And if that's your natural response, you need to find somebody.
Don't answer the phone.
Yes.
That's easy.
That's right.
Just don't answer the phone. Use Pat Live and not your mom. Join us tomorrow where we discuss the pros and cons.
Wait a minute. I want you to do an impression of your mom answering your phone.
Oh my goodness.
You think our parents...
Could you imagine?
You think our parents secretly listen to this show?
Here's what happened. I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Here's what happened when my mom answered the phone. Hello, this is Jill's phone. It would go like that. Is Jill here? I got a few things to say to her. You know what? So do I. So let's talk. She didn't have to be too.
She doesn't call me back on time either.
No. I can never find out what I need to. I'm lucky I found her phone. Oh, you better believe I'm going to pass on that message, and I'm going to pass on a message or two of my own. That's great. Oh, how would your dad answer the phone? You want to go there?
My dad would say, "What are you talking about? He sent you a letter to buy his land." Yeah, I wouldn't do that. But whatever that is, I'll talk to you later. I'm being nice.
That's funny. That's good. All right. Good role playing. So join us tomorrow. We discuss the pros and cons of buying land in rural versus urban areas.
You're not alone in your real estate ambition. We are Jack and Jill. Information
and inspiration
to buy undervalued property.
We hope you find our content valuable and we appreciate your support. If you have not already, please check out our channel and hit the subscribe button.
And your comments and suggestions help us to create the content you're here for. Hitting the like button helps to support our channel's algorithm and gauge your interest for future shows.